Hello, everybody, and welcome to my birthday edition of Couch Tales and Conversations. Because it's my birthday, I am going to do a segment, kind of like a story time, about me, my life, a little bit. The subject is imagine never being picked but chosen, and also in that it is discovering Frenchie because I discovered myself in that. And it kind of stemmed from a video that I saw yesterday of a girl. She was crying. She was breaking down. She was in tears, just crying and crying and crying. And she was just asking people about being angry during the journey of healing and spiritual journey, and just saying like, I'm doing all the right things, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's just like, I see this person over here, they're just thriving. And how is it that the people that sin, they make this luxurious money and they have these luxurious jobs and they have all these benefits of not doing the right thing? um and I know on the spiritual journey we get tired, we just get to the point where we just want to just be like, I am tired of sitting in solitude, and I am tired of being the nice person, and I am tired of just all of it. But the reward is greater than the fight. So just imagine how you get something and it's just handed to you. That's easy. And it comes and it's like, okay, I got it. Okay. But the things that you have to work hard for and work hard on, and just go through like the trenches and the blood, sweat, and tears, and the just all of it. And when you get it, you appreciate it. So the things that are just handed to you, you just take it for granted. And the things that you have to work for, you appreciate. Because isn't that what we try to do with our children? Like, oh, if you work hard for this, then you get rewarded with that. Or if you work hard and do all the right things at home, then I'll buy you a car. It's the same thing. The journey is very hard and the journey is very difficult, but you just have to stay the course because the reward is, again, like I said, better than the fight. So we just have to go through it. That's where we learn all the scriptures that we learn. Faith is the size of a mustard seed, Psalms 23, which is my absolute favorite. That's where we begin to learn our journey. And I say all that because I have been posting and I have been sharing, and I know it's new for everybody because Keisha doesn't really talk and she doesn't really post videos. She doesn't really say much other than just hopping online, sharing memes and all of that. But I believe everybody probably felt like, and I don't always have to explain, and I don't usually explain myself when I do stuff. I'm not really explaining, I'm just clarifying and clearing up some things. So people may think, oh, she's having a nervous breakdown, blah, 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 whatever. No, she's sharing her testimonies right now. I went through a really, 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 really dark time. I've done that more than once, but this time was different. And when I shut down my pages, like I said in my first video, when I stopped talking and I stopped speaking and I stopped posting, that was my dark time. That was my breakdown. Those were the moments where I literally wanted to sit in the middle of the expressway and just stop driving and didn't care what happened after that. So, no, nobody saw those things. And the ones that did see it were the ones that's my village. That's my tribe. I love y'all and y'all know who y'all are. I don't have to call y'all out and none of that. So that was my dark moment. This is my solitude, and this is my testimony, and these are the times that I figured out life and the things that I've gone through in the 40 years. I won't say 45 because I was 5, and from 1 to 5, you really can't say much about that, right? Other than being a child and an infant and a toddler and a newborn. But my life took a turn and a twist for me at 7. So from the age of 7 to now, I have testimonies and I have things that I can share and I would love to share. And some are more intimate than others that probably won't make it to the public eye. But for those that would like to talk to me in private and we can share and I can inspire and you can inspire me, I am more than happy to sit and talk to, because I've been through a lot and I have testimonies and I have ministries to share and trials and tribulations that I've overcome. I have a lot of those. So the things I choose to share, I would share. I would never incriminate anybody. I would never put anybody on blast ever, because for me, my experience with that person was my experience with that person because I had to go through that experience to come to here. And so on Judgment Day, I won't see their life and I won't see the things that they did to me. I only see my life and my reaction and how I did those things. They'll see the same thing on their end. So it doesn't satisfy me or anything like that to tell stories or to put people on blast or name drop and all that. Nah. I'm just doing my testimony and how I learned from these things. And so some stories are very intimate and very private. And to avoid putting people on blast, I cannot share those things with you guys publicly. Some I will share publicly because it will help somebody and there may be somebody going through that. So I'm going to share it. Anywho, discovering Frençhie. Imagine not being picked, but being chosen. So I went back in life and I just sat and reflected and deflected yesterday. And in that, I remember last year, December 31st, 11:58 or 11:59, I posted on social media because that's what my spirit felt, that 2025 is going to be very different for me. And I posted that because of things that I had been going through that year of 2024. And a lot of things in that journey scared me, broke me, hurt me. They just, it was a journey, literally a journey. And a lot of things I prayed for, and a lot of people I prayed for, and I asked God to just cover and touch and watch and just help. And He helped them. It almost feels like you don't really reach your full spiritual peak until you reach your full level of vulnerability. And I was very vulnerable last year, very vulnerable. I wasn't really talkative, but I was enough for people not to really reach out to me and bother me and ask me questions. So I was more normal in my disnormalcy. Who knows if that's where I don't care. But I was in a bubble with a brick wall around it. And I just prayed and I did a lot of meditating, a lot of writing, journaling, all the things that I shared in my last video or my first video. And it was challenging for me mentally, physically, and emotionally challenging for me. And that was me personally and internally. And not so much to do with anybody around me, but more so with me, because there were things that were starting to resurface that I thought I healed from and I didn't. And so it just started taking a toll. And then I started thinking like, okay, next year I'm about to be 45, but what have I really done in my adult life? I want to do more. I want to live for me. I want to get to know who I am, because I live for everybody else and I do everything for everybody else. I put everybody first all the time. Everybody first. And I don't complain about it, because I like to show up for people and I like to help people, but in that I need to know who I am too. So then there was me just telling myself, okay, Keisha, how are you going to change this? Like, what are you going to do about it? You can't sit and cry. You can't sit and complain about it. Just, what are you going to do about it? Fix it. Fix it. You rescued everybody else and you are slowly but surely going here. What are you going to do? It's like, what am I going to do about it? And I had to make some decisions. So when the end of 2024 happened, there were some things that scared me. Oh man, they scared me. And there was one incident that scared me so badly, like I just freaked out really badly. Then there was another incident that scared me so badly, like the first thing you see when you wake up and you read a message in your phone and it's like, Jesus, my God. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You pray. You pray, you pray, you pray, you pray, you pray. You sit there and you pray. You pray and you ask God, come on, God, show me, help me, show me the way, right? And I prayed and I cried and I prayed and I ran downstairs and I was like, oh my God, I can't wake up Kyle, so let me go downstairs. So I went downstairs and I prayed. I prayed, Jesus, Lord, like, what is going on? I'm not close enough for this message. I am not close enough for this message. I broke down. My spirit was very broken that day. And it was almost like I was helpless, because it was somebody that I loved tremendously. And I prayed really hard. And so, in praying for that and the deliverance of that, and my prayers being answered, yeah, something got to change, girl. Something got to change. What are you going to do? How are we going to change that? Something got to change. Oh, you got to get it right. You telling everybody else to get right, and you telling everybody to say the sinner's prayer, and you're doing all the stuff that you're not doing yourself. You gotta get right. You gotta change. You gotta change, because there's a war going on. There's an attack going on. And so when the end of 2024 happened, my spirit was like, next year about to be really different. I did not know what that meant. But it was different. It's been very different for me. But I think it was something that had to happen because I lost myself in the world around me. And when I say that, I mean everybody that knows me knows that I give myself to everybody around me. I give myself however that looks and however that is, I give myself. And I never complain because it doesn't tire me out. But I think in a moment, I miss the fact that I needed me too. But I just kept giving and kept giving and kept pouring, kept pouring, kept giving and kept giving until one day, boom. I wasn't okay. And I would cry every day. Anxiety would go through the roof, and it's just like, not okay. Started doing therapy. Still not okay. Something just deeper than that. It's deeper than that. So at the soul search, and I had to start talking to God, and I had to start praying. And when your faith is tested, you have to make some real tough decisions. And so that's what I had to do. And it wasn't personal for anybody. It was spiritual for me, and it was personal for me. Nobody else. And I had to fix me. While fixing and helping and trying to mend some very important people to me. And anxiety was going through the roof, baby. And so, yeah, it was just like, what are you going to do? You got to fix it, and you got to get it right, and you got to make it happen. What are you going to do? So I made some decisions. So yeah, the topic at hand. We get mad and we blame God for things because we're so busy looking at other people's lives and how they're living and the luxuries that they have, but we never know what they're going through, what they're dealing with, because what they share and what you see is what they choose to let you see, and what they choose to share and what they choose to show their life to be. But there's always another side. There's some of us are authentically showing our lives, and some of us are authentically showing what we want you to see. It's perception in their reality. So it's not about what you see them having and they're doing this and they're doing that. You don't know what they're going through to get those things. You don't know what they have to do to get those things. You don't know what they're sacrificing in their life to have those things handed to them and given to them, and to look luxurious and all of that, because sometimes you never know. You see this person driving this flashy car or living in this fancy house, and it's rented, it's leased, is whatever. Meanwhile, you're struggling and you're going through blood, sweat, and tears, and you're doing all of the right things because you're literally building on your own with your own two hands. So you can't compare apples to oranges. It don't work that way. But again, yes, you don't know what somebody's struggle is to get to where they are. You don't know if somebody went through what you're going through and now they're reaping the benefits of being obedient. So you can't really compare their journey to yours. That's your journey for you to walk and go through on your own. Unless you were a twin, you were born alone. It's your journey. God gave you that journey. And even twins have their own separate journeys. We all have an assignment. We all have a story. We all have a book that was written for us before we even got here. A very good friend of mine said something to me. The end was written first. That stuck with me since I've heard it, because we try to control so much of our lives and so much of our children's lives and everybody's lives around us that we don't realize the end was written first. Their story is already there. And there's literally nothing that you can do about it. However, there is that free will that we all know about, but your book was already written for you, just reading from the verses of it. So some things that are happening or that have happened was already written to happen. For whatever reason, you were supposed to learn from it, or someone was supposed to learn from you from it, which are the roles we play in lives. And we just have people that enter our lives. The reason, seasons, and lifetimes is a thing, and it's real. So you can only look at your life and stop judging people. Stop judging people, guys. We gotta stop judging people. And we gotta stop caring if we're being judged by people too, guys. And I mean, we're all God's children. He sent his son here on this earth. Got ridiculed, got stoned, and all of that. He had disciples, he had prophets, he had vessels that God spoke to every day. When you're on a spiritual journey, people are going to think you're crazy. And they're going to think you're crazy because of the things that God reveals to you. And it's like we're on a spiritual journey and we get things that are revealed to us, and we be so excited about what we're learning and what we're discovering that we want to share the things that God is sharing to us, because sometimes when angels speak, they're speaking and they're giving us warnings just like God's disciples did and just like God's prophets did. And nobody believed them. Look at Noah. Everybody thought Noah was crazy. Everybody thought Noah was crazy because he told them that God was about to flood this earth and I'm about to build this ark. And everybody that wants to save their lives better get on this boat. And they laughed. Who cares about somebody laughing at you? Who cares about somebody judging you? Who cares about somebody saying that you're crazy? Who cares? They did the same thing to Jesus and his disciples and his prophets and his vessels. Look where they are. And if you don't think of things in the spirit, you'll never understand. And it's going to always be naysayers. It's going to always be people that just always got something to say. You cannot please everybody. And the moment a lot of us realize that, the moment we will stop trying to do it. You can't please everybody. I think I've always tried to be as authentically Keisha as I could possibly be. I don't care who you are, I've encountered a lot of people in my life, especially in my 20s. And I've always been the same person, no matter who it was. No matter how famous and rich and famous you were. I'm going to be me. Why? If Obama walked up to me today, I'd probably be slightly a little bit sissy bitty starstruck. But guess who's going to show up? Me. Because I don't care how much money you have. It's just your title of power that you're obtaining. And I don't care how much money you have. You still get up out of your bed. You still go and take your shower, brush your teeth, and do whatever your daily self-care routines are before you get dressed and before you go do whatever career or job you're going to do. You still do those things just like me. And nope, I'm gonna still be me. I'm not gonna pretend. I've learned not to ever say never, because when you say never, you always have to go through it. Because who are you to tell somebody what you're gonna do? Who are you to tell God that you're not gonna do something? It's just like your kids telling you they're not gonna do something, and then you, oh yeah, you are gonna do it. Same thing. But can we start looking at stuff like that, especially parents? Same thing. So, who cares? And that's literally how I feel. I'm gonna still show up, because as long as I show up and as long as I share my story, good, bad, ugly, trenches, rainy days, tsunamis, hurricanes, all of it in one, I'm gonna share it, because there's somebody out there that is going through the exact same thing, if not probably worse, that's sitting there scared to open their mouths and talk and share what they're going through for someone to help them. But if they see me talking about it, she made it out. So probably if I can find that strength and resilience, I can too. I'm going to share it. I don't care. I don't care what that looks like for anybody else, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Anyway, so you're going to look crazy. And you have to stop just comparing your journey. Um they say God gives his toughest assignments to his strongest soldiers. That's the saying. You're a warrior. And I love the saying that I picked up. What's a warrior without scars, and what's a warrior without war wounds? Boy, I have some in the flesh and in the spirit world. Warriors fight. They fight hard. Um so you just have to fight it. You have to just wait it out. Just go through it and stay the course. Um I am just grateful that I'm here now where I'm at, and I'm grateful that I can talk and I can just speak, and I am no longer ashamed to hear my voice when I'm looking on videos and on camera. So, who am I? I'm a lover. I am a fighter. I go hard for people I love. Very hard. Especially them children. Especially them children. Those kids can make me so mad, and I still will go to war for them. I think being a mom saved my life, and it helped me because it gave me a purpose and it gave me something to live for, and they inspire me every single day. Even kids that I didn't physically birth, like I just my love for kids runs deep, and if you try to hurt a kid, if you try to talk down on a kid, if you try to do any of those things, I will go up against you. Um, that's just how it is. But who am I? I am a person that loves to. Who am I? I am a woman who is on a spiritual journey that has also been on a healing journey. They're kind of one and the same, but they're a little different, because in your healing journey, you're healing from a lot of things that hurt you and traumas that you just didn't realize that you hadn't overcome. And I am here to share that with the world, however that looks. So however you perceive it is how you perceive it, but it's however it looks. I'm gonna share it. I know my mom asked me to come up to her place of residence once to speak to a young lady who was going through something with her boyfriend, and it was like a domestic issue where she was just like, just talk to her, just try to get her to leave him. And I was just like, she's not gonna listen. Whatever she wants to do, she's going to do it. I can only instill it in her. And so I went up there and I talked to her, and I wanted to cry. And when I was done, I did cry because I was like, she's not going anywhere. All I could do is pray for her and ask God to just cover her and to help her out of the situation peacefully. And so it was in that moment where I knew my calling, and I knew that at the time it wasn't the time, because timing is everything. But also, I say that to say, when we're on a spiritual and healing journey, we try to force others to fit into that all, because we know how this feeling feels, and we just want everybody to feel it, and we want everybody to feel how amazing this feeling is. And what we have to understand is we can only give them to the tools. I apologize. We can only give them the tools, and we can only tell them the things that God put on our hearts to tell them, but we cannot force them. It is not up to us to force them, and it's not up to us to change their hearts. It is not up to us. We give them the tools. It's up to them to use it, and God is the only one that can fix and change the hearts of how they feel about it. Also, I'm a once 7-year-old, now 45 years of age, and blessed to say that. But I'm a 7-year-old that I have to speak for my inner child for a second, because I did post her yesterday. But I have two parents, yes. One is deceased, yes. And people like to say, you don't have a favorite. Da, da, da. Kids have favorite parents, just like parents have favorite children. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you try to twist or turn it. You do. And you may not recognize it, but it's the one that just resonates to you more, and the one that you're closest to. And sometimes we have where one child is our favorite for this reason and one child is our favorite for this reason, but there's still a category of favorites there. But my best friend passed away when I was 7. The first man I ever knew what love was for passed away when I was 7, and that's heavy for me. And I think that's the start of a lot of things for me. Every memory I have with my dad, it's like, that was my best friend. That was my soulmate. And yes, parents can be soulmates. Friends can be soulmates. Anybody can be your soulmate. Yeah. Yeah, I do get angry when I think about my dad passing, because it's like, the one person that would have gotten me, I can't even pick up the phone and call. on a daily basis and just talk to him, go visit him. Like, hey, old man, what are you doing? I was robbed of that. I was robbed of that. And that's really hard for me, especially now. I think after I turned 40, it became very hard for me because I was just thinking about, like, I got a daughter my dad would love. I got a son. I got a son that my daughter, I'm sorry, I got a son that my father would not have played about. Ooh, y'all think I'm bad? That man would not have played about my kids. I think my dad would have been an amazing granddad. I do. I'm sure anybody feels about that. He would have been an amazing granddad. So yeah, I lost my best friend and my soulmate at 7. And for me, in my memory bank, life wasn't bad and it wasn't hard, but I just felt displaced. Like I just was there. Didn't really belong. So I have felt empty for quite some time. But I fill the voids with, I have friends, I have family, I have people that, when I say family, I mean my tribe. You have a family that you're born into and one that you create. And one that's given to you as you grow in your journey. And that's how I look at it. So I have family, not taking anything away from the family I was born into, but I have family. And I lost, moving on. I don't want to talk about that because I'm not gonna cry on camera. But vulnerability. So I probably will at some point in all of this. But right now, surprisingly, talking about my father is easy. Because when I was thinking about what I was going to say, I broke down, cried. So I guess that was supposed to happen so I can get it out of the way. But anyway, so I've gone through life and felt like I was just floating and skating until I got about 20-ish. And found people that brought me out of my shell. I still talk to those people. I still love those people. Those people are now part of my family, thanks to my nephew SKB, but they are part of my family. And I came into these people and I was just like, whoa, they are a lot. I'm an introvert. This is a lot. And they were a lot. So it's like an introvert. And I'm coming up on these people that's like, oh, you're Nakia's sister. Are you Kia's sister? And oh yeah, that's me. We hug around here. We huggers. Oh, okay. But I had a ball with that group of people. I love y'all. Y'all brought me out of a shell that y'all don't even realize y'all brought me out of. I had fun during that time in my life, and that's where I became a hugger and I became the out of the shell, hide and talking person. So that was a thing I took from them, and they never knew. And now y'all know because we are all still very much friends on social media, and I thank y'all. I thank y'all. Thank you. But so I went through things between the age of my 7 years on the earth to my 27 something years on the earth. And boy, but in those times, I've experienced puppy love. I've experienced teenage love. I've experienced what being in love, divine connection, which is so much more than a twin flame. I experienced that. I've experienced love for different things, by the way. So, puppy love, I was a kid in church. I really love this boy, and I was like, I'm gonna have 2 kids by him. I'm gonna have a daughter and a son. I got my daughter and my son, spoke them to existence, but not by my little puppy love. And then I have my teenage love. Teenage love is different because it's like, oh, Jesus, honey, because you think you're in love for real, and you think can't nobody tell you nothing about what you're doing, what you should and should not be doing. Because it's just like, you know everything, you got it all together, you know all the answers. So I don't know what my parents talking about, child. This my man, honey. And so sometimes teenage love with people, they turn into adult love. It goes into high school sweethearts and all that stuff. So that's the funny part. That's a very interesting love, honey. And then there's love, where you find this person that's your person and they're it for you. And y'all explore life together and have fun. But then, I don't know. Sometimes y'all have that spark. Sometimes y'all don't have the spark. So love is like a hit or miss. Sometimes is one of those things where you love, and then you guys really, really fall into this deep, passionate love. And the rest is history, happily ever after. And then sometimes you have where y'all just like, we tried. Okay. Either you're gonna be friends or you're not, but we tried. But so love, the category of love is like, there's colorful areas, there's black and gray areas, there's black and white areas, there's just completely black areas. So that one is interesting too. It's kind of touch and go. And then there's your divine connection that surpasses the twin flame. It's just like y'all souls know each other before y'all do. And it's somebody that you wouldn't think to look at, or it almost happens in your mind by mistake, but it's actually happening on purpose. And it's like y'all just mix well, and y'all mesh well, and y'all just get each other, and it's great. It's great because it's like, it's a connection that just effortlessly happens. Like y'all are just like best friends that have known each other y'all entire lives, but just met for the first time. But maybe it's not the first time. like Collateral Beauty, that Will Smith movie, where their memory is completely wiped and they are forced together. That's why they have to stay apart, because they're forced together, and whatever creation they make together is going to be magical, and it's going to be powerful, and it's going to be strong, and it's everything that those other type of loves is not. And it's like when they're together, like it's a mass, not it's a mass destruction, but not really a mass destruction, but it's just they're forced together. And because they're forced together, it's kind of like you have to separate for a little while and then come back together, because one lessens the power of the other one. But when they're together, it's like it's different. It's like no other. It's different. And so it's just like that divine connection person that's your person, that's your soulmate, your twin flame, all of it in one. And they just get you, y'all like puzzle pieces that fit together and mirror images of each other, where y'all can see each other when you look at the other person, and y'all just get it effortlessly. It's like not even a second thought. Your best friend, your like just y'all just it's a vibe that you can't even explain it, but if you have experienced it, you know what it feels like. And so, yes, I have had all of them. And I've had all of them. I'm grateful to say that I have, because I'm grateful to say that I know what each one of those feel like, because some people don't even get that in a lifetime. And I was fortunate enough to know the divine love, the divine connection. Um, I think that one is the hardest one. But I've been fortunate enough to experience all four aspects of love, like puppy love, teenage love, love and divine connection, and love, type of love. I feel like divine connection is where two lovers meet in the same place at the same time, at the right time, but sometimes the wrong place. And they have this magic, like Collateral Beauty, where their force is so strong, but when they're together, one is sweeter than the other one. So that love is so strong, though. It's like a force. They're a force together. They're moving by themselves. They're a force when they're together. They're a force. And um it's magic. It's like kind of like Alice in Wonderland. I love y'all. I love that movie. That's my favorite movie. Alice in Wonderland. Falling down the rabbit hole. You're in Wonderland. Wonderland is beautiful. It's magical. Dreamland. Dream world. That's what I call it. Dream world. But you're in dream world in real life with this person. And then in dream world, that person is great too, because it's like y'all still have fun in dreamland like y'all do in the real world. And that's how you know that's your person. But it's just magical. Divine connection is magical, and it's like it's your mirror person, it's your soulmate, it's your twin flame, it's all that mixed into one. And y'all just get each other. Y'all just vibe and y'all mesh, and it's like y'all are best friends, and just everything. Like it's just like looking in the mirror. It is. Your puzzle piece is your person. You just never get over that person, and like I said, your heart just once it is in love once, it just that wall is there. You just never get over that person. You just kind of move on, and you meet other experiences and other people. What makes me, I'm creative. I love to create, and everybody knows that. I really am enjoying the fact, like I've said a few times, that I found my voice in all of the things that I've went through and have gone through and have experienced in my lifetime. It just really, the kid that was shy, that used to run behind adults, the teenager that was shy and that just sat in the back of the classroom, the adult that was shy, that my manager stated that I was going to do Toastmasters, the adult that hated making videos because she hated hearing how she sound, and she just was nervous and didn't know how it would be perceived, to now her that's jump starting a podcast and making videos and posting videos and being vulnerable on camera and posting to the world her vulnerability and just speaking out loud. I found my voice in my darkness. I found my light. And I'm grateful for that. And wherever God is taking me in this journey, and whatever road I am going to travel while on this path, I'm going to do it with grace. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to do it scared because I don't know what kind of journey this is going to be on for me. I don't know what kind of crowd I'm going to encounter while doing this. I don't know if I'm going to be in a amphitheater sold out with a room full of people waiting to hear me talk. I don't know what that journey's going to look like, and if that is the journey that I'm going on, I'm going to embrace it. Success lives on the other side of fear. So that's one. And I'm doing it scared. I'm doing it nervous. Every episode that I film, I pray first and just like, God, just lead me. Give me the words to say. I tried to do this scripted one time and it did not work for me, honey. I have to do it off the top of my head, off the dome. I'm a writer. I write. I'm a poet. I'm a singer. I like to sing. I'm just me, authentically. I laugh, I cry, I hurt. I've hurt people. And to those I've hurt, and if you're watching, I apologize deep down, wholeheartedly and sincerely, from the bottom of my heart and the depths of my soul. I apologize for whatever I've ever done to hurt you. This is a journey and I love it because I'm learning a lot about myself. And as I learn, I grow. As I grow, I teach. As I teach, I talk. As I talk, I inspire. You can't inspire people without a testimony. I mean, you can, but even inspirations or testimonies. They're stories that you share to help others. And I'm here for it all. And I sit in solitude and gratitude because all the dirt and the mud that I just did not understand, I get it now. And I'm thankful for it. I get it now. So I got a lot that I'm going to share, and I got a lot that I'm going to say, and whoever doesn't like it, that's your personal vendetta, not mine. I'm going to do it unapologetically. I will not scar anybody in the process. That's not my intentions. I don't intend to do that. But if it gets to a point where I have to get in the trenches of it all, I have to share my testimony in that story, however that looks. I am so ready for this, and I'm going to keep doing it this way until I am led to do it otherwise. This is the number one conversation that I don't think we really have. We be so engulfed in our journey and the journey at hand and how we're healing and all of that that we negate. I don't want to say how our journey affects others. I did ask that question as well. How our journey affects others because it's our journey, and we're like, I mean, it's our journey. Get over it. But no, it affects others too. It does. Like, just considering being considerate, but literally unapologetically doing it. And it's like, it affects others because others aren't used to the new version of you and they have to get used to it. And you're moving like this, right? They're moving like this. But wait a minute. That's different. That's different. When did you start doing that? When did you stop that? Why aren't you doing this anymore? When did that happen? And when did this happen? And what? But we're moving like this because we're like, oh my God, I'm learning this, I'm learning that, I'm learning this, I'm learning that. I'm getting these gifts, I'm getting this ability, I can do this, I can do that. Now I can feel this, I can do that, I can do that, and this and this and this. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so, oh my God, this is so great. This is amazing. But while we're in that, we don't think about them and how it's making them feel and how they have to adapt to these changes too, because we're going to unapologetically continue to grow. But how does that look like for the person or people that are used to this version of you? And for me, I think I've found it offensive sometimes. But I think we just feel like they should just like let us be what we're growing to be and just clap for us. But everybody's not going to clap because some people probably like the old version of you and don't understand the new version of you. And it's like, I posted, like I said, on Facebook, the question. And for me, it's like, I don't change you and I don't ask you to change yourself and I don't ask you to stop doing these things that you do that I don't enjoy doing. And like the food I don't like to eat or the drinks I don't like to have or the places I may not want to go anymore. Like anything that I used to do that please you guys and your soul and all of that, but no longer resonates for me. I don't say, why are you still doing that? Or why aren't you doing this differently? Or why aren't you doing it the way I'm doing it now? So why do you feel like you can say that to me. And I think I don't know if that's selfish thinking or selfless thinking, but it's kind of like accept and who I am, or try to learn who I am now, because I still accept who you are without trying to change you. And yes, those things used to be fun when we did them together, but I'm still here. So get to know me. Um, like I never knew people that don't drink. I get it now. We all be like, that's a really really good one for everybody, because it's like, you don't drink anymore. No, I don't. I didn't like how it made me feel. My body rejected alcohol before I did, actually. Like when I used to drink last year, I used to get the worst migraines afterwards. And my body rejected it before my soul did. So there's nothing I can do about that. I slowly stopped drinking and quickly stopped drinking this year, because it didn't do anything for me anymore. It just didn't. So yeah, so it's just like, when people are on a healing journey, let them go through the journey. They, just because they stop doing certain things doesn't completely change who they are. It's just something that they used to do, just it doesn't please their soul anymore. It doesn't feed their soul. So if it doesn't feed their soul, it doesn't make them weird or strange or whatever the case, or however people look at it. It just, that's just where we are. So just love us and learn to love us, or learn to get to know the new us, because we still are probably pretty cool. Minus some of the little things that we stopped doing. Um, so yeah. I hope y'all learned a few things out of my story time. But I'm about to go and enjoy my birthday dinner. I was blessed to be treated to birthday dinner. Thank you. But a healing journey is hard for everybody, not just the people that are going through it. It's also for the people that are around them, because it's like we have to battle with y'all's representation of the old version of us, and then we have to also battle with the trials and tribulations, tests and testimonies and lessons and all of that we're going through. So it's a double whammy for us, where it's a single whammy for y'all. So be patient. And if somebody talks to you and they're sharing how they feel, don't insert your comments and your feelings and all of that, how you feel about it, because they're coming to you because they probably just need to just let it out. They're not coming to you because they need an opinion or advice. They just want to let it out. And if they had to make a drastic change, inspirational quotes is not what they want to hear. It's not like, you're doing so great. No, we don't want to. Thank you, but that's not how it feels to me. So please don't tell me that. That's just like telling somebody that time heals all wounds after they lose somebody that they love severely. That's not true. So don't stop lying and telling people that. Just stop. Anyway, a spiritual journey is not always pretty. And some of us choose to share it, and some of us choose to walk that path in silence. That's your choice. But those of us that choose to share it, That's our choice. Let us. Because we went through that journey for a reason, because there was somebody that needed to hear the story, to be inspired or to learn from it and take cliff notes. So those are the people that God leads to do those things. So let them do it without passing judgment. Okay. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. I enjoyed sharing, and I hope you enjoy listening. I'm about to go enjoy my birthday for the rest of the evening. And I love you. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.